Oh, we're recording. Hello, I'm Darren Hayes, and you are logged on to arjanwrites.com. And because we're so down with the kids and up with the technology, Arjan and I are going to do this interview via a weblog. Or rather, he's emailed me some questions that you can't see, but they're on my desktop. And I'm going to answer them for you. So, first of all, let me say it's a thrill to be on here because this is my favourite music blog. Love it. And I do love Arjan, so it's all good. And I get a lot of my new records from this site, so it's all good. Let me just read some of these questions and see if I can answer them for you. I'm in London, by the way, so if you're wondering why I'm wearing a scarf, it's cold. First question is about my new DVD, and in fact Arjan seems to think this DVD is my live concert DVD, but it's not. That's so like 5 minutes ago. That's like Gimme More, and this new thing is like Womanizer, if you know what I mean. No, there's a new DVD and it's called This Delicate, a film we've made, and it's taken about a year to make, so you can be forgiven for thinking that it's all very confusing, because it is. I made an album that was essentially a concept record. It was a double album that came out in 2007, and then I toured and filmed a DVD of it. But this is 13 remixed songs from the album, remixed in 5.1 surround sound, and 13 animated music videos. Some that you might have seen before. We started releasing video clips early on in the promo campaign, and one of them was Step Into the Light, and one of them was Casey and Words, you would have seen. But there are 13 in total. How to Build a Time Machine, Waking the Monster, I can't remember them all, but most of it was done by my partner and genius godlike animator Richard Cullen, who did an extraordinary job, and a guy called Damien Hale from the award-winning 1.0. In fact, Richard has been nominated for a BEMA award, which is the British Industry of Something or Other, for his work on Who Would Have Thought. That is the video with the Origami Bird. Anyway, it's all interconnected. It's all sort of thematic. The best way I could describe it is almost like how I wanted you to see the album. So the stories have all sort of come from mine and Richard's head. One of the videos I wrote and directed myself, the video for Neverland. I even made all the costumes and the sets, and it was a nightmare. Glitter for days. Anyway, it's all coming out December 1st, so if you go to my website, darrenhayes.com, you can see a trailer for it, whatever. That's like a super duper expensive deluxe one, but there's only 2,000 of them, and I think it's almost sold out. The other version is a standard version that comes out on February the 3rd in the UK only. Sorry. But the super duper deluxe one on my site has 3D glasses and all, so because one of the videos is in 3D. So that's that. What's the next question? The next question is, about Prop 8. Gosh, where do I start? We're talking about Proposition 8, obviously. I am a gay man. Well, I'm a human being first, and then I happen to be gay, and I am very happily married to my partner Richard, who thankfully is also gay. And we live in England, where in England our civil partnership is recognised, and that is essentially a union. Just like a marriage, we have all the same legal rights, and I have to say the same respect as a married couple do, and it feels great. And obviously my home country of Australia and the United States do not have anything like a civil partnership yet, and Prop 8 was a huge blow to me personally, but I think to the world in terms of civil rights. Where do I stand on it? Probably should read my blog on MySpace, because I'm not angry so much as determined. I truly think as a culture we will be embarrassed in 20 years' time. I think we will look back and we'll be embarrassed that we actually tried to legislate discrimination. Here's where I think it all boils down. I think there's a lot of confusion here. Marriage is not just a religious union. Simple as that. there are many different faiths in the world, and I don't care to get into them or judge anyone. But I do think it's wrong when the belief system of one religion is affecting the government and the legislation of an entire country, and therefore the entire world, because let's face it, I love America. America is the most influential and powerful country in the Western world, well, in the world. So we look up to you, America, and we believe in you, and this is something that simply will not do. I won't harp on about it much longer. Suffice to say that you know, a marriage is many things. It is first and foremost an agreement between two consenting adults to share their life together and to ask for all of the respect and the responsibilities. It's not just a walk in the park. All the responsibilities of a marriage and all the protections that a marriage entails. I'll give you a tiny anecdote. One of my dearest friends, he lost his partner to HIV, and his partner had a terrible, painful death, ultimately of cancer. And you know, his boyfriend, partner, whatever, had to pretty much lie to get into the ICU ward because he wasn't technically married. He'd spent his whole life with this man, and he nursed this man into his grave, and the law didn't treat him as an equal, and I think that's shameful, and that's what Proposition 8 is about for me personally. Anyway, moving on. Thanks for listening to that. Right. What do I think that gay people or people in gay communities can do to promote change? I think listen to Martin Luther King. I think passive resistance is the way to go. You know, if we want to talk religion, you know, what would Jesus do? I think you've got to love everybody, but I think you've got to stand up for what's right. And I think there are ways to get what you want. And for me, it's through being a positive role model. You know, I never thought I wanted to speak up about my relationship. I've always been a private person, but I can't afford that luxury anymore. I lead my life proudly. I'm very proud of my relationship and my marriage. It's a bloody good one. So that's what I do. I talk about